Hey folks, my name is Joe and I'm an engineer over here at Synadia. We've been working on something I'm really excited to show you guys today. Synadia Deploy for Kubernetes, self-service BYO Kubernetes workflow. Let's go ahead and get started with our demo. First things first, we'll accept our terms and start a 14-day free trial. After we start our trial, we'll need to deploy our agent via Helm to our local Kubernetes cluster. I'll be using K3D. Let's copy these commands into our terminal. First, we'll update the Helm repo, then save our config locally, and finally, we'll install the Helm chart. We'll be using the control plane UI to manage and deploy our Synadia Deploy deployment, which automatically updates after the agent gets connected. Now we'll need to configure our deployment however we want. Let's name it something cool, like Cool Deployment. Here we can choose between the latest patch versions of the NATS server. We'll stick with 2.11 for this. And then we can choose how many nodes, which are NATS servers in the cluster that we want. We'll use 3 nodes. And let's leave the default values for resource limits. In this case, 2 CPU cores and 2 gigabytes of memory. Here we can manage all the NATS features that we want. In this case, I want them all. Leaf nodes through monitor endpoint, I wanted everything. And we can configure how we're going to access the cluster. I'll be using cluster IP. And we can add any service annotations to the NAT servers that we want. I'm going to add a really good one. Here we can configure Jetstream for our data persistence layer. Let's leave file storage on. We'll leave it at 10 gigabytes. And let's go ahead and turn on memory storage too and bump it up to 10 as well. Oh, looks like that's higher than our configured resource limits. Let's bump it back down to 1. I definitely want to use connectors, so let's turn that on. And I can configure any other Synadia Platform components that I might want to use. We'll come back to this. All right, this looks good to me, so let's start our deployment. But before I do that, I'm going to start a kube control command. And we'll watch our pods come up in real time. The agent's going to receive our configuration and automatically create all the deployments in our Kubernetes cluster, which we can see here. The first pods that will come up are the NAT servers. Once they've formed a cluster, then the other platform component pods will begin to start as well. We can look at the logs real time in our control plane UI. Here we can see that one of our NAT servers has started, configured Jetstream, and is connecting to the other NAT servers in the cluster. And we can see that private link has connected, which is what connects your data plane to our control plane. And it looks like all the other platform components have come up. That's pretty great. Let's take a look at our Connect node. All right, looks like our Connect node component library is full and ready to go. But you'll notice that we didn't configure the HTTP gateway platform component. And now I think I want it. So let's go ahead and configure it. We'll use my super secret website and give it an annotation like this. And let's update our deployment. You'll see the deployment starts in the background, and after a moment we should see our pods get updated. Look at that. HTTP gateway is spinning on up. Let's go look at the logs. All right, looks like Gateway has started successfully. And now, just in case you thought that I was going to leave these credentials exposed in this demo, I'm not. Let's go ahead and uninstall our deployment. And you can see it, all the pods have been removed. All right, folks, go give Synadia Deploy for Kubernetes a try and let us know what you think. Thanks for watching.